So before we kick off this conversation, comment below and answer this question. Will minimalism ever go out of style? Now, if you were to ask me this question, here's what I'd say. Yes and no. Here's why. See, asking will minimalism ever go out of style is the wrong question to ask. I tricked you. The right question to ask is how committed are you to minimalism? You see, if you're only committed to minimalism for the sake of surfing the latest trend, then yes, minimalism will without a doubt go out of style because that's all it is to you, a style, not a lifestyle. You're missing a vital piece to this equation that makes minimalism timeless. Life, mindset, habit, routine, belief. It's the embodiment of less that makes the difference, not the color palette of your living room or a specific number of things you don't own. Now, if you are committed to minimalism as a lifestyle and not as a trend, then no, it will never go out of style. However, to be blunt, minimalism, like anything that rapidly grows in popularity, will eventually reach a saturation point where everything starts to look and feel the same, inevitably forcing new styles to emerge in response as an attempt to stand out. Maximalism, as an example. So, before you paddle out to sea, anxious to catch the next wave of trends, here's why you should try minimalism if you're currently sitting on the fence, or why you should stay committed to your journey, regardless of what the big name blogs have to say. Number one, stuff will never bring you happiness. Think about a recent moment in your life where you bought something new or received a gift that ended up being something you always wanted. How did you feel in that moment? Excited, I'm sure. Happy, ecstatic, on top of the world, some may say. Like a kid again because you finally got what you wanted. See, when we buy something new or receive something we want, we feel happy and satisfied temporarily. Not because we finally got what we wanted, but because for a brief moment, we stopped wanting, thus experiencing happiness, peace, and the satisfaction of enough. One thing that remains true about stuff is that the excitement fades. And regardless of how much or how little you own, possessions as a whole are temporary by nature. And as soon as the package is opened, it begins to perish. And that thing we once found exciting is no longer exciting. But guess what many of us end up doing? Searching for more stuff and shopping all over again in hopes to find happiness and lasting excitement, only to realize that stuff will never bring you happiness. Number two, less is more is bigger than design. Less is more is a phrase that's frequently used alongside minimalism. And by default, we associate these three words with stuff, style, and aesthetic. Now, there's nothing inherently wrong with this other than the fact that it's limiting. Meaning, if we only focus on the design aspects of minimalism, white walls, muted color palettes, perfect symmetry, we're not allowing ourselves to experience all of the benefits of less. Benefits such as less stress and worry, less spending, less work, less things, more time, more space, more energy, more peace, more freedom. You see, minimalism is often mistaken as a lifestyle that deprives you of the things you enjoy, such as a warm and inviting home or clothes that accurately reflect your personality. And fortunately, that's not the case at all. Minimalism is not sterile, and less is more is not just design terminology. Minimalism, when embraced correctly, is about living with more of what matters by choosing to want less of what doesn't. Number three, simplicity always wins. Check this out. When life is simple, you have less to manage. And we have less to manage, meaning bills and debts, your finances will improve tremendously. When life is simple, you have more time to invest in and develop deeper and more meaningful relationships. When life is simple, you're more mindful, not only about what you consume, but what you care about, including the opinions of others. For example, overthinking and I have had a pretty rough relationship over the years, to the point where I once cared way too much about what other people thought or were thinking. This impacted every area of my life, including simple things like getting dressed every day. However, in recent years, I've learned to embrace simplicity and give less attention to other people's opinions. In fact, getting dressed is beyond simple now compared to previous years, because every item I own, I feel confident in, and they work together interchangeably. I've even started to introduce a little color into my everyday t-shirts specifically, and this one here is by Cuts in the color Mulberry. It's different, but not too loud, and that's why I like it. Also, these shirts are extremely comfortable, easy to wear, minimalist, and of quality. If you want to check them out, I'll leave a link down below. Plus, you'll automatically get 15% off if you purchase anything through that link. Number 4, minimalism attracts authenticity. When I first started my journey, I was completely caught off guard by how challenging minimalism was. Not because I had a lot of stuff to go through and deal with, but because it forced me to face the real me. See, in 2016, on day 1 of my minimalist journey, I asked myself an interesting question. Who would I be if I had nothing but myself in this mirror in front of me? And you know what? I couldn't answer that question. However, my silence in that moment told me that minimalism is going to force me to face the real me. And you know what? I'm glad I did, because my authentic self is someone amazing. Before you go, remember this. Minimalism isn't about stripping away elements. It's about adding just enough to get the job done, to feel confident, and to embrace your authentic self. If you found value in this conversation, comment below and let me know. Keep growing, keep learning, and always stay true to you. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.